I'm autistic, and 127 days ago, somebody asked me, can you drink with autism? Well, I just polished off my second margarita, so I hope so. More seriously though, it's a dangerous thing to do. Not because they mix poorly, but because they mix well. My father and his father were alcoholics. They were also, like me, autistic as hell. And if you could step into my brain for just a day, you would see the link in no time. For guys like me, alcohol is a wonder drug, albeit with some pretty nasty side effects. It makes me more social, less self-conscious, more outgoing. But more than anything, it quiets the voice in my head. This is gonna sound silly, but I am constantly trying to unlock the secrets of the universe with that thing between my ears. It is exhausting, and alcohol is the only solution that I've ever found. If I need my brain to shut up, and yeah, sometimes I do, I will drink in moderation, no more than twice a week. It's not a perfect solution, it's not super healthy, but it's what I do. We're all just doing our best. But if you're like me, I would encourage you to be very careful. It's the sort of thing that can get really ugly. I'm not looking for alternatives, so please don't leave them in the replies. I don't care what strain they are. I care about you all, and I hope you have a great night. Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and I'm planning the biggest heist in the history of mankind. We're gonna steal billions of dollars, but I need your help to do it. Here's the plan. We're gonna buy the city of South Padre Island in Texas by inducing a fire sale. The property on the island is worth $3 billion, but you could win every local election with just 1,000 votes. So if I could muster 1,000 loyal voters and move them there for a year, I would be in control of City Hall. And once the Fritz regime takes power, we 10x property taxes to the legal maximum. Property owners will get their tax bill and see that they're paying 5% in annual property taxes. They'll freak out, everyone will want to sell, and property values will plummet. There will be thousands of home sellers and 0 home buyers. That's when we swoop in with investors and buy everything for less than half of what it's worth. Once we've snapped up most of the island, we lower property taxes back to where they were. Property values will bounce most of the way back. Then we can sell those properties and divvy up the $1 billion we made. Each one of my voters makes maybe 300K. Investors get their return and I keep the rest. You know, I might actually do this. Like and follow for more. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing. I'm autistic and I weigh 300 pounds. I found out this morning, and it's been almost a year since I last checked, so it was kind of a shock. I'm 6'6", and my shoulders are some of the widest around, so this isn't a disaster. But I definitely have a few pounds to lose. It's a frustrating state of affairs, but ultimately, it's on me. I'm responsible, it's my fault, and that is so encouraging. It means that whether I get better or not is entirely up to me. And on that note, my name is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and I've got a big job interview today. I'm trying out to be a software engineer here in Phoenix. And you know, I'll admit, I'm kind of nervous. A base salary of 170K means they're looking for someone pretty capable. The good news for me is that you are currently looking at someone pretty capable. I've got this. I've spent almost a decade becoming a great engineer. Now, it's time to show my stuff. So guys, wish me luck. This is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and I used to think that I was a fat, awkward loser who made people uncomfortable. Naturally, I was right. But eventually, I realized you can't bully yourself into getting better. If you think of yourself as defective, you're gonna stay that way. I want you to make peace with who you are, then be the best version of that person you can be. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I have autism, and last night I got rejected really hard. I had tried to strike up a conversation with this group at the pool, and they shut me down. Not gently, either. They made it really clear they did not want me there. And you know, that's fine, that's well within their rights. It was just one group of people saying, no thanks, we're doing our own thing. But it hurt. It dug up some really painful memories. When you've had the experiences I have, how could it not? So I walked away, tail between my legs. I spent the next hour playing those 20 seconds or so over and over in my head. I was trying to figure out why they didn't want me there. I got super frustrated because I still had no idea. But then I made a really good choice. I hit the gym. And I did that because I remembered something. I'm really not great at making other people feel a certain way about me. But with thoughtful, conscious action, I can make myself feel okay about who I am. And the best way for me to do that is to know deep in my soul that I am trying to improve. If I know that I'm giving it my all, trying to be the best me I can be, then I will also know anyone or anything who rejects me, it either wasn't meant to be, or they can go straight to hell, or both. Working on yourself and giving it your all will set you free from your doubts. Because nobody, including you, can ask for more than 100% of what you're capable of. I care about you all, and I believe in you all. Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and learning to code is one of the most important things I've ever done. As some of you know, I didn't graduate college. I barely even made it through high school. But that didn't stop me from getting a great job in private equity on Wall Street. No credentials, no connections, but guys, I could code. And that one fact got me to a total comp of more than $250,000. I'm not there anymore, but it was a fun year and a half. I'll admit, the job market for devs is not what it used to be, but there is still opportunity there. If you don't already have a solid career path, it might be time to give coding a shot. The work is hard, but it's a very specific kind of hard that some people are good at, and the rest of the job is so cushy. I will be talking a bit more about this, so hit like and follow. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I am profoundly mentally ill. It really does fuck with my ability to do basic things. It's what got me fired from my job on Wall Street. It's why my most recent girlfriend broke up with me. And it's why I've been all over the map for the last month or two. I don't want to use this as an excuse. I want to hold myself to a higher standard. Guys, I promise you, I'm not willing myself to be scatterbrained or reckless. I'm just kind of born this way, and I'm sorry. Living inside an autistic brain is torture. The proof lies in how many friends I have 6 feet under. Half of my friends from the treatment center I went to instead of high school are dead now. Autism is cruel. It won't kill you. It just convinces you you need to die. One of my closest friends overdosed 5 days ago. After the first couple deaths, we all took a pact not to do the same. And it was his idea. It didn't save him. He just ran out of hope. I set out to be an example of how people, specifically autists, could better their circumstances. That work matters, and I intend to continue it. I'm gonna keep doing the best I can, and we'll see how far that gets me. Thank you for joining me on this journey. I care about you all. Good night. I'm autistic, and I've been making videos for 5 months now. The first 100 videos I made were total ass. The second 100, also total ass. And the ones I make now are only slightly better. But I am damned proud of all of them. Because regardless of their quality, they were brave. It takes courage to put yourself out there and try something new. So with all that said, here goes nothing. Brand new haircut, same old Fritz Johnson. Signing off. I'm autistic, and I'm something of a tubster, and a butterball, and a gravy boat. But that's begun to change, and it won't be true much longer. I've made a lot of progress over the last few months. And if I keep up that pace by making good choices, I'll be skinny by this summer, and fit by the next one. My parents taught me terrible habits. They raised a really fat kid. Some people might argue that it's not really my fault. But ultimately, my progress began where my excuses ended. If you're old enough to watch my videos, you're old enough to know. It's on you now. My name, as always, is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and 65 days ago, one of my followers yelled at someone making minimum wage for no good reason. I thought they were pretty cool until then, but now they're blocked on everything. If you treat an Uber driver, or a shop clerk, or a waiter poorly in my presence, you and I will never speak again. It doesn't matter if you're Sydney Sweeney, or that one girl in the AT&T ads. It's just not gonna happen. And guys, I haven't always been perfect about this, but that doesn't mean I have to tolerate it. Basically, just treat people well. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing off. I'm autistic, and women are really starting to scare me. They've started staring at me over the last month or so, and it's really kind of worrying me. Granted, I've been stared at a lot in the past, but this feels different. And while I'll admit I'm not great with faces, historically when I get stared at, it's with a look of fear or disgust. No, this is something else, but I'm not sure what. At first, I thought maybe they knew me from Instagram, but I did the math, and I'm not that famous, not yet. And then I was like, well, maybe it's my height, but I've been 6'6" for a long time. And my mannerisms have, if anything, gotten better since I started making videos. All I've come up with is that maybe they find me more handsome now. I guess I did get a haircut. If that's what it actually is, that's kind of sick. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing off. And that's all I've got. If you've made it this far, I want to say thank you for watching. I would gently ask that you like, subscribe, and ring the bell. I put out new videos almost every day, and it means the world to me when you guys follow along. After watching all those videos, you probably know this is coming. My name is Fritz Johnson, signing off.